Hello, myself Nidhi Vasoya. I am studying in MSc Microbiology in PP Savani University. Today I am here to present some information about Zika virus. Zika virus in content, introduction, Zika virus biology, pathogenesis, transmission, clinical presentation and outcome, laboratory diagnosis, vaccine and antiviral molecules, conclusion and reference. Introduction. Zika virus is a mosquito-borne flavivirus that was originally discovered in 1947. It was not considered a relevant human pathogen until the large outbreak starting in Brazil in 2050 that revealed an associated of Zika virus infection with fatal microcephaly and Guillain-Barré syndrome. This promoted the World Health Organization to declare Zika virus a public health emergency of international concern on 1st February 2016. In response to this emergency, research on Zika virus was intensified with the aim to provide evidence for the etiological link between Zika virus infection and neurological sequelae, demonstrated the mechanism of transmission and pathogenesis, set up accurate diagnosis states, develop prophylactic vaccine and discover antiviral drugs. Zika virus biology, in which two different ways: first, viral genome and replication, and second, structure and function of viral protein. First, viral genome and replication. Zika virus has an icosahedral envelope containing a positive sense, single-stranded RNA genome of approximately 10 kilobase in length, which is complex with multiple copies of the capsid protein. The genome encodes a single polyprotein of 3423 amino acid that is processed by viral and cellular protease into three structure proteins. Main three structure protein: first capsid, membrane and third envelope. These proteins that form the virus particles and mediate virus attach, entry and encapsulation. And 7 non-structural protein. Non-structural protein: NS1, NS2A, NS2B, NS3, NS4A, NS4B and NS5, which function in viral genome replication, polyprotein processing and a counteraction of host innate antiviral response. Figure in showed the structural and non-structural protein, in which capsid, membrane, envelope, NS1, NS2A, NS2B, NS3, NS4A, NS4B and NS5 different type of protein show. Similarly to other flavivirus, the Zika virus genome has two untranslated regions in the 5' and 3' ends of 107 and 429 nucleotide respectively. The 5' UTR has a type 1 cap structure, while the 3 untranslated region lacks a polyadenylated tails and contain conserved structures that probably play different functions during replication in vertebrate and invertebrate hosts. Viral genome occurs in the cytoplasm of infected cells following endocytosis mediated by a still unknown cellular receptor. Viral fusion occurs with endosomal membrane, leading to uncoating of the viral particle and release of the viral genome, which is immediately translated as a single polyprotein at the endoplasmic reticulum. High resolution cryo-electron microscopy showed that the structure of Zika virus is similar to those of dengue virus and West Nile virus. Immature Zika virus virions have a spiky surface composed of 180 copies of each of the envelope and membrane proteins associated as heterodimers and anchored in the bilayer lipid membrane via their transmembrane region. While mature virion have a smooth surface containing antiparallel envelope protein homodimers and cleaved membrane proteins that lie flat on the lipid envelope. Figure in showed mature and immature capsid. Mature capsid in lipid membrane absent and immature capsid in membrane protein and lipid membrane are present. Structure and function of viral proteins. Both structural and non-structural proteins, mainly envelope, membrane protein and non-structural protein 1, contain immunogenic epitopes that are targeted by neutralizing antibodies, which can be exploited from the development of prophylactic antibodies and for the design of vaccine against Zika virus. While the non-structure proteins NS3 and NS5 are the main targets for the rational design of antiviral drugs, the envelope proteins whose structure has been determined is made of about 500 amino acids with a transmembrane domain and 3 ectodomains. This protein is responsible for recognition of cellular receptor and entry cofactors and represents the main target for neutralizing antibodies. The structure of Zika virus envelope protein is similar to the structure of dengue virus envelope protein, except for differences in glycosylation sites. Example, a single glycosylation site and an insertion of 5 amino acid residues in Zika virus envelope relatives to dengue virus, which has 2 glycosylation sites in the envelope protein ASN67 and ASN153. Zika virus envelope protein has also a unique positively charged patch adjacent to the fusion loop which might affect attachment to host cell. The membrane protein consists of 3 domains: N-terminal domain, a central ectodomain and a C-terminal transmembrane domain. In order to obtain infectious viral particles, the protease domain is first cleavaged by a cellular furin protease and then released, resulting in the formation of fusion competent virions. Differences in a set of amino acids determine structural changes between the African and Asian Zika virus lineages, which have been hypothesized to be responsible for the increased pathogenicity observed in the recent outbreaks. The capsid protein is required for viral encapsulation. It exists as a symmetric homodimer and is composed of an RNA binding domain and a hydrophobic domain for dimerization and interaction with the membrane. The NS1 protein of flavivirus is necessary for viral replication and invasion of the immune response. It is glycosylated associated with lipids and forms homodimers inside the cell, while it forms hexameric lipoproteins particles when it is secreted into the extracellular space. In addition, NS1 function during virus maturation, including interaction with the viral protease membrane, and envelope proteins. Little is known about NS2A, which is a small and hydrophobic protein that is part of the replication complex and has a role in modulating host antiviral response. In dengue virus, it has been shown to interact with the endoplasmic reticulum through 5 transmembrane segments, while the N and C terminal domains are located within the endoplasmic reticulum lumen and in the cytosol respectively. NH2B is another small transmembrane protein through a central hydrophilic domain. It provides a chaperone-like function for NH3 with which it interacts, while the hydrophobic terminal domains serve as anchors for the NH2B NH3 complex to the endoplasmic reticular membrane. The NH3 protein presents two distinct globular domains connected by a short linker. The N-terminal domain is the viral protease, which is responsible for some of the cleavages that occurs to the polyprotein and requires the binding of the small NH2B cofactor in order to be functional. Both NS4A and NS4B are hydrophobic transmembrane proteins and are essential components of the flavivirus replication complex. Their physical interaction has been demonstrated in dengue virus together with their ability to modulate endoplasmic reticular membrane rearrangements that favor the formation of the replication complex. Finally, NS5 is the largest and most conserved flavivirus protein with an N-terminal methyl transferase domain and C-terminal RNA dependent RNA polymerase, while the latter is responsible for the synthesis of viral RNA. The former carries out the 5' capping of the genome and its methylation. Next, pathogenesis. Pathogenesis in infection of human, animal, neural cell, placental cell. Virus life cycle and infection dynamics in human. Zika virus is transmitted between humans in the urban cycle through the bite of female Aedes species mosquito. The virus is acquired by the mosquito during a blood meal and upon replication in the body of the arthropod. It reaches the salivary glands and is injected at the subsequent meal into the skin of the new host. The human skin at the site of inoculation thus represents the first site of viral replication, and human primary dermal fibroblast, epidermal keratinocytes and immature dendrites cells have been demonstrated to be permissive to Zika virus infection and replication. From the skin, the virus spread to the draining lymph node where it is amplified, resulting in viremia and heterogeneous dissemination to peripheral tissue and visceral organs. There are few cell types for which Zika virus trophism has been proven so far. Most of the recent experimental in vitro study focused on the cell type involved in transplacental transmission and neural damage, and in order to get clues to the Zika virus pathogenesis. Infection of neural cells. Human-induced pluripotent stem cell derived cell represent useful system to model viral infection in humans. These cells have been exploited to generate human neural progenitor cells, neurons and cerebral organoids to study Zika virus neuropathogenesis in vitro. In these studies, both the prototype African linkage Zika virus strain MR766 and contemporary Asian lineage strains were used for experiment infection. These strains efficiently infected and replicated in iPSC-derived HNPC and less efficiency in differentiated immature neurons and in induced pluripotent stem cell. Infection induces a marked cytopathic effect and cell apoptosis via caspase 3 activation. At variation with this persistent viral in replication was reported in primary human fetal neural progenitors associated with limited cytopathic effect and without induction of cytokine and chemokines production. In a model of forebrain organoids, Zika virus infection led to reduced organoid size and thickness and enlarged lumen, reminiscent of the dilated ventricles observed in microcephalic fetus among different cells in brain organoid structures. Zika virus preferentially infected NPCs rather than neuron and astrocytes and induced cell apoptosis. Similarly, results were obtained by using the most recent Zika virus Brazilian strain. Infection of placental cell. The association with Zika virus infection and fetal microcephaly has been supported by detection of Zika virus RNA and infection virus in the placenta, amniotic cavity and brain of fetuses with microcephaly, transplant transmission and tetragenetic effect of have been less frequently observed with other flaviviruses such as dengue virus and West Nile virus, thus suggesting that Zika virus may have unique mechanism to cross the placental barrier and cause fatal damage. Zika virus infection of placental cell have been demonstrated in vitro and in vivo. In particular, Zika virus can infect and replicate in human primary cell associated isolated from mid and late term placenta and in villous cytotrophoblast from first trimester placentas. The highest infection efficiency was observed in amniotic epithelial cell from mid gestation placentas characterized by the highest expression of the entry cofactor TIM1, while late stage placental cells were late permissive to Zika virus infection. Animal model of pathogenesis. Although in vitro and ex vivo models are useful to understand the molecular mechanism of virus-host interaction, the use of animal models is pivotal to study the pathogenesis of Zika virus infection within pregnant individuals and fetuses and to perform clinical study to evaluate the efficiency of vaccine and antiviral molecules. Transmission. Transmission in two different types, vector-borne and non-vector-borne transmission. Vector-borne transmission. Zika virus is transmitted between human by Aedes species mosquito vector, with human representing the amplifying host. A cyclic cycle of Zika virus transmission between non-human primates and arboreal zoophilic Aedes species mosquito also exists in African and Asian forest, in which humans may be incidentally infected. In Africa, the virus has been isolated or detected by PCR in Aedes africanus, Aedes furcifer, Aedes vitatinus, Aedes taylori, Aedes luteocephalus, Aedes albopictus and other Aedes species mosquitoes. While in Asia, it has been detected in Aedes aegypti, which is considered the main Zika virus epidemic vector outside Africa. Aedes hanseli, the most abundant mosquito species in Ape Island and competed one of Zika virus transmission, was conceivably the main vector for Zika virus transmission during the 2007 outbreak, even though the virus could not be detected in any mosquito sample. Aedes aegypti and Aedes polynesinensis, the most common mosquito species in French Polynesia, were probably involved in local Zika virus transmission, while Aedes aegypti and possibly also Aedes albopictus are considered the vectors responsible for transmission in Brazil and in other countries in South and Central of America, although reports on Zika virus isolation from field mosquito are lacking. Second, non-vector borne transmission. While the vast majority of Zika virus infection in humans are transmitted through mosquito vectors, other modes of transmission have been demonstrated, including sexual transmission, transplacental and perinatal transmission, blood transfusion, and laboratory acquired infection. Clinical presentation and outcome, in which two different types of disease show: first Zika disease and second hemorrhage complication. Zika disease. Zika disease in most common symptoms including macular and papular rashes, fever, arthralgia, typically low grading fever, fatigue, non-purulent conjunctivitis, myalgia and headache, while other symptoms retroorbital pain, blister, dry throat, vomiting, uveitis and lymphoadenopathy are less frequent. A typical feature of Zika virus infection in the maculopapular rash that is often pruriginous and start on the face or trunk and then spread throughout the body, but may be also focal and fugacious in areas of co-circulation of Zika virus, dengue virus and chikungunya virus, like Brazil, where multiple infections are probably not uncommon. No increase in the incidence of several diseases has been reported, suggesting the absence of synergistic effect. Hemorrhage complication. Laboratory tested are generally in the normal range, including blood cell and platelets count and liver and kidney function test. Leukopenia, mild thrombocytopenia and increased transaminases have however been described and in some cases associated with several bleeding disorders requiring hospitalization. Mild hemorrhage symptoms in minor mucous bleeding, petechia, but not several bleeding, were reported in 21% of 119 Zika virus infection that occurred in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, January-June 2015. Hematospermia was reported in men with Zika virus infection. Laboratory diagnosis, in which show different type of testing like nucleic acid testing, serological testing, virus isolation in cell culture and rapid tests. Conclusion. After the declaration of WHO that Zika virus is a public health emergency of international concern, scientific research has rapidly produced in a few months a huge amount of data on this virus that was almost unknown to the specific community before. Although relevant knowledge gap remain and warrant further research, new information has been obtained on the biology, pathogenesis, epidemiology, transmission modalities and clinical features of Zika virus infection. By exploiting previous experience and research achievements with other flavivirus such as dengue virus and West Nile virus, this knowledge has led to the design and development of promising candidate vaccine and to the search for antiviral molecules. In addition, programs for the surveillance, diagnosis and control of Zika virus infection in humans and the management of patients have been implemented and continuously updated as new data and information were obtained. Reference: Zika virus from pathogenesis to disease control, published 29 August 2016. Thank you.